Welcome to episode 1, season 2 of the Playbook Channel. We over here in the studio block, the new home of the Playbook Channel.
Yes, sir.
Derek, what's up, my man?
good?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, man. We back though. You know what I mean? The Playbook Channel is here. You know, we had to spin the block one more time and come back for y'all. You know, it's a new year. Like I said, new energy, new plays. We about to get it right. So we ain't gonna do all that. We're just gonna get right into it.
Let's get in some merch real quick a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about, these fly hats we got on, right?
Yes, sir.
I know we got the shirt in the back there, so let's talk about some merch real quick. It will be for sale for all you guys. If you're a man's and I'm like, you already know you got a package coming.
Absolutely.
And, who's making this for us?
So shout out to Bless Your Threads. You know, we got some really good connects there. Bless Your Threads, shout out. They help make the hats for us. They got the shirts for us. And we got a lot more coming for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So we really, really, really appreciate Bless Your Threads. Website and information coming soon. Y'all stay tuned. And it is what it is. We back.
Yeah, and hit the block for all your podcast needs too.
Yeah,
you know what
hit the block.
yeah. Studio block.
Yeah,
studio block.
But
yeah, let's get right into it, right?
But before we do that though, but I don't want to jump straight into it because you know.
Oh, I'm ready, man.
I know you're ready.
I'm
ready. I'm ready too. Yeah. But the thing about it is, we started a Playbook Channel fantasy podcast, fantasy league.
Word.
So
that's going well.
Yeah,
that's going well. We had a little draft party going on. A couple of you guys made it out there, and we were just smoothing over some wrinkles because this was the first time we did it.
Yes, absolutely.
But at the same time, I'm casing you guys because I might recruit you to my personal one. You got to show me something first.
Yeah.
And
prove your worth.
Yeah,
this is not for fun. This is not for play.
Yeah, because remember, there is money on the line.
Absolutely.
And of course, for the future guys, right? For next year, you'll be updated on how they do this time around this year, and maybe next year we can have 2 going on, or make it a little bit bigger. But yeah, and I didn't even tell Derek about this, right? But I do feel bad that everybody didn't get into the fantasy league, right? So at the end of every episode, I don't know what week we're gonna start it yet, but it's gonna be soon. We're going to do a live pick'em, right? Not live, but we're going to do a pick'em, right? And if you want to buy in with your little $5 or whatever, you could just DM us, and we'll put everybody tickets in, and, we'll sell you a cash app you the winnings if you do win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just know this ain't the fantasy league, so I'll be playing the pick'em too, so you better come with your A game. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, y'all better come correct. I'm telling you. You don't play for fun. This is hardcore football. We're football fanatics.
Yeah.
So without further ado, let's get this rolling, right?
All right. So I want to start off fresh, right? And I want to talk about what happened yesterday.
Oh man.
With the Green Bay. Oh, I'm sorry, not the Green Bay Packers.
No,
that's for later, right? The Vikings and the Bears, right?
Yeah.
That was an amazing showing by this young kid, JJ McCarthy, that everybody was kind of worried about, including myself, and everybody confirmed their worries, right, based on the first half, because he played like absolute shit, to be real, right? He was missing passes, and but then for a kid that didn't play all 2024 season off an injury, who was a high prospect draft pick, and just came out and showed the back office exactly what they wanted to see. They wanted to see a kid with heart, a kid who had the clutch in him, a kid who could forget about all the bad plays that happened a whole half ago, and just come out there and throw the team on his back and win the game so much they flustered the Bears defense. Defense. I was impressed, and there's definitely more better things to see coming from him, right?
Yeah.
That's his first NFL game. This man ain't played a game all last year.
I don't think he got that dog in him yet, but it's coming. I see it. I see it coming.
Y'all.
I see it coming.
I seen that dog yesterday.
Eh,
I
listen,
seen that dog yesterday. You can make jokes all you want, talking about the Bears, this and that, but this is a rookie quarterback we're talking about that missed the whole entire year. This is his NFL start,
let's be real.
and he's getting mopped up in the first half.
Yeah,
By what was he down by 9 points?
11, I think.
11 points,
Yeah.
right? It might not seem like a lot, but it's a lot for a guy debuting his NFL, his first NFL start, who didn't play all last year, and it wasn't like he played decent that first half, and then things just ain't work out for him. Plays ain't work out for him. He played like literal ass, right? So you don't see people bounce back from a QB play that played so horrible like that,
Yeah.
especially a rookie to do that.
Well, I mean, you got to look at some of the other rookies that played, especially like the ones from last year, right? Look at C.J. Stroud, look at Jaden Daniels and stuff like that. Now,
Hey, none of them had first games like that. But I don't want to talk about last year.
No,
I just want to give him his props for what he did.
Yeah, shout
That's
out
all.
JJ. Shout out JJ.
Shout out. And
But I think, realistically in that game, there was a lot of stuff going on in that game. But I think, DeAndre Swift being on the Bears and stuff like that, obviously they scored first. The Bears scored first. But I still think that, the Vikings is a good team overall, right? But
yeah, because the defense on top of
yeah,
JJ
that's what I was getting
McCarthy
at, yeah.
only deserves partial credit, right?
Right.
That defense stepped the fuck up and try to murder these boys.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But you know what? To that point, I got a question because we're gonna pivot to the next thing. The Dallas Cowboys and the Eagles, right? Because we gotta talk about that, right? Because not only was that a crazy game for the first 20 seconds of the game, right? Now I know, and if you did not know, there was an incident that happened in that game prior to them even getting on the field, right? Now, Jalen Carter, unfortunately, got dismissed from the game.
From a Popka High School boy. Yeah, shout out Popka.
But he got ejected from the game. But I just don't understand.
During live time, right? The commentators and stuff like that were trying to be on Dallas' side. That next morning, woke up and seen everything on social media. I know it's not as bad as directly spitting on a motherfucker, but you definitely instigated that.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
bro.
He spit on the floor and then smiled and laughed like it was a joke.
Yeah,
that's borderline disrespectful.
Now, of course, Buddy should have known not to spit on him
in front of the
especially when your team needs you.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, they came out and won that game. This was Dak's first game back from injury, right? Dak looked all right to me. He looked good. CeeDee Lamb, everybody looked good on the Dallas Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb looked good until halftime. Until halftime. And big ups to Dak, because Dak kept putting the ball in these boys' hands.
Yeah.
And they dropping them.
I respect Dak.
Even the tight end. Dak put it in his hands in the end zone, and he dropped it.
I respect Dak for this game.
No, that's karma for his ass, because he instigated this spit whole shit.
But even still, because last season we talked about how Dak wasn't a top 10 quarterback. You know what? I still, whatever.
We talked about it? No.
Oh, yes. No. Well, listen, we ain't talking about it.
He's not the best, and he's not my favorite, obviously, but to disrespect them.
No, here we go.
This was pre-injury, right? This was pre-injury.
This is it.
This was pre-injury.
You know what? We waited 7 months for this, and this is what I was waiting for.
But again, I'm a Giants fan. I hate the Cowboys, right? This when we had this conversation. I'm not talking about right now, but when we had this conversation, this was also pre-injury. For a guy to come in for 2-3 seasons in a row and get 10, 11, 12 games plus winning games and make it to the playoffs every year, and to say he's not top 10 quarterback. I won't say he's top 5, but we
definitely talked about it. I can name 10 quarterbacks better than Dak right now.
I don't even get into that. This is a week 1 recap.
No.
It's a week 1 recap.
This is crazy.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Hey, Matt, I'm sorry if you're watching this.
And fuck Dak for spitting on him and skating that whole shit.
Oh, boy. Here
And
you go.
Yeah, you acted like a slimy nigga, so you got slimy work. Pause. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
Listen, I do think CD needs to, get himself together a little bit though, because CD Lamb definitely dropped a lot of passes
And
that
this
could have been a game changer for the.
yo,
for the Cowboys,
and
what I'm saying?
this isn't just for CeeDee Lamb. This is for the entire NFL Week 1.
Yeah.
We know what it is.
Warm up.
You're warming up.
Yeah.
You're getting all your ducks in a row. I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it, but
Still.
for a guy like CD, you got to do better.
So
Because you're being looked at like, yo, this guy could be the top guy for this year. The fans,
yeah.
So yeah, you got to do better.
So let me
Especially when Dak is throwing it right in your hands.
Like that's the crazy part.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this question, right? Because this question came up not too long ago, right? CD Lamb. Now we will talk about Micah Parsons a little bit later, especially because he's on Green Bay and he went against the Lions, whatever, yada yada yada, right? But I have a question. If you had to choose CD Lamb to play on offense or Micah Parsons on defense on the Cowboys, who would you rather stay and who would you rather leave?
Well, it's not fair to ask that question because they both didn't enter the league the same time.
No. But just for purposes right now, just who would you choose?
Well, again, that's not a fair question. I'm going to choose a guy already paid, which is CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
Just because
I agree.
Because people, even including me, I talk shit like, yo, the Cowboys are dumb as fuck for getting rid of Parsons, right?
Yeah.
But realistically speaking, if you're a football guy, you know these numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Micah Parsons, if Jerry Jones would have paid him, that means 50% of their cap space would have been up off of 3 guys only.
Yeah.
So it was a no-brainer. You had to get rid of Micah Parsons.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
But that, but
now on top of that, I'm happy as fuck being a Giants fan, right? Yo, go, nigga, go.
Get out my division.
Yeah,
that's what Mark's doing over here.
Yeah. I don't want you to fuck up my young boy Jackson Dart twice a year.
Hey, listen, but
by the time we play the Cowboys,
by the time you play the Cowboys, it would be pretty good. But I don't
play the Cowboys next week.
Yeah.
Let's move on to another game, man. Let's talk
Let's
about my favorite game.
Here we go.
You know who I hate in the fucking most since last year? The Detroit Lions. Fuck them guys. Bro.
Excuse me, viewers. I'm so sorry. Mark, he's on one right now. I like the Lions, but if you say fuck the Lions, it is what it is.
No.
But the Packers.
You know who's not on one? Micah Parsons. He's on 2. Didn't he get 2 sacks? So, yeah. Detroit Lions, they had the best NFL record. And we was on camera saying it, and I said, "Yo, I bet you they're gonna lose the first round of the playoffs," and they did, right? Man. So now they just came into the to a division game against the Green Bay Packers, making the Green Bay Packers look for real Super Bowl contenders.
But you gotta understand, Micah Parsons is a big shift of that team, though. But I feel like realistically, they still got ballers over there, right? Jaden Reed.
Yeah, but what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say after the game as a Detroit Lions? You wouldn't have beat me if you didn't have Michael Parsons. No, it's a team game. You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna say that.
No, nigga, you got mollywop, bro. You got mollywop.
It was pretty bad. Especially for having
all of the Detroit players.
Yeah,
all of them.
Jamison Williams, freaking David Montgomery, Jameer Gibbs, Amon Ra, Sun God. Like, yo, it's just the list goes on. Sam Laporta. Yo,
I think Sam Laporta did his thing, especially for fantasy.
He tried.
No, but he had better numbers than the rest of them.
Yeah, I feel that. Jared Goff.
Didn't he get a touchdown?
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm saying, even with that, they have a slew of good players over there, right? So you would think
that's exactly why I don't believe in them. You can't have too many good guys on the same team.
Okay.
Because everybody's going to want to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, there's only one boss in anything. And there's only, 2 captains in everything. There's only one vice president in every situation. Everybody has to play their part.
Yeah.
We can't have everybody trying to be the top guy because it'll never work out. And it did work out for the Detroit Lions last year. But it's 2 years in a row? No. Especially since the Commanders depleted their whole chest, caved their whole chest in, come playoffs, right?
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
Do you understand how bad that was? That leading up all the way to this year, 7 months later, we're like, yo, do I even believe in ourselves anymore?
It's traumatic.
Yes.
It's traumatic for them, bro. But you know what?
Imagine David Montgomery. Oh my God, I'm coming off an injury too. And these boys couldn't even hold it down.
I'm a little little upset. You know why? Because Jahmyr Gibbs, I like Jahmyr Gibbs, right?
Yeah, of course.
I can't believe that they clamped up on him like that.
He's too big. I mean, he's too little to be running around. He's only good as a check down back. He's only good for PPR purposes, catching the ball.
No. You can't say that. He's elusive, bro. He can break out. He can break out.
Of course he can. Anybody can break out if you got your guys blocking and creating a hole for you.
Yeah,
But
you don't think he could create plays on his own?
I mean, he can every once in a while, but we'll see how the season goes. But
True.
my overall, I don't even think they're gonna make the playoffs this year, boy. I don't even think they're gonna make the playoffs this year. Green Bay's taking that division.
Oh yeah.
Green Bay, right? What's their team name? Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
The Packers back them up. Back them up, bro. Yeah.
But you know what though? It's funny you mentioned. I'm gonna move on a little bit to another team because this is crazy. Because you said and I quote, right? And correct me if I'm wrong. You was like, "Oh, well, you can't have a bunch of star players on one team and expect everybody's gonna want to be the boss, right?" Now look at the Ravens, right? Going against the Bills, right? They
don't got that same amount of guys as Detroit has.
What? Did you just say that on Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson. That's 4.
Mark Andrews, where was he? Where is he at?
That's not the point. It's not the point.
That is the point.
No,
We're talking about these guys on the field.
Mark Andrews is a valuable person on that team, regardless of how old they are or whatever. He's fizzling out.
Hey, but
that.
Derrick Henry don't try to be the guy, That's not his style of play. He just goes out there and does his thing.
Yeah.
That's not his style, so we know how it goes. But, you might be partially correct, but I guess you can agree what I'm saying. Detroit takes a cake on 100% talent, especially young.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, come on.
And they got Jameson Williams, too. I forgot about him. I don't know if I mentioned him. I think.
Yeah.
But in general, I feel like,
let's name the young guys on Detroit.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams. We're talking about young guys over there.
Don't forget about, what's the guy on defense? Anthony Williams is his name? Yeah, he's another one. So I just think the Lions, they didn't show out like they should have, especially coming off the season they had last year. Because last year, Jared Goff threw the ball like crazy, and his numbers was through the roof. So
not even last year alone.
Exactly.
I'm a big Jared Goff hater, but I can admit that it was the past 2 years.
Yeah.
He had he's number one in passing yards, and he's number one in passing touchdowns.
Yep, absolutely.
For the past 2 years.
And it's crazy because I won my league
and
last
that
year
don't amount to nothing. That don't amount to nothing.
It never does. If you can't win games, you can win games, but if you can't win and get to the Super Bowl when you're expected to, that's out the window.
Hey, this is what, third year now? The Rams definitely won that trade.
Yeah.
Because at least they won a Super Bowl, and I'm really very high on the Rams this year too. So speaking of that, let's switch over to the Rams versus Houston. The Rams fucked them boys up.
Hey, listen, and my boy Puka.
They try to fuck Puka up. Puka said, yo,
bandage me up.
Puka said, hold my helmet. I'm going to the back. I'm coming right back. Before that nigga was shining that blood off his helmet, Puka was back. Give me my helmet. Give me my helmet.
And
he threw it on.
And he balled out.
Yeah.
You know what? I will say this though.
Yeah.
I like the Rams. I like the Rams. I like Stafford. I like Puka. I like Kyron Williams. I do not like the way Kyron Williams played in this first game. And that's just my personal take on it.
Well,
it's the first game though.
It's the first game.
It's the first game.
He got a touchdown though.
No, I know. It's Kyron Williams. You expect that.
And to be honest, they weren't even trying to do shit like that anyways because Houston fucking shit the bed and
that means what? There's teams, and we're gonna get to this, that just completely destroyed teams, regardless of their stature and their caliber. You know what I mean? So why not? It's the first game. You show them what you're working with this year.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about
what's another game you really think was a good one?
Since we're on the topic already, you brought up the Ravens. Let's talk about that game, right?
Yeah.
Fun fact, right? I was telling Derek, on the way over here, on Sunday, I watched the whole game and I was like, I don't like how the Bills are playing, and then all of a sudden there's 5 minutes left, and they're down by 15. I turn that TV off.
Now, let me explain.
Next thing you know, my phone is buzzing.
Let me explain this to the viewers who may or may not have seen that game. Yes, Mark is absolutely right. Last 5 minutes.
If you didn't see this game, don't feel bad. I didn't see it either.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
But luckily I did. So I have a lot to talk about this game.
Yeah.
The last 5 minutes
ahead.
was probably like watching the Super Bowl all over again. Or
it looks like the best game of the year, and that was only week 1.
Week 1. Yeah. So and the turning point for that game, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Was Derrick Henry when he fumbled. He fumbled the ball. And if he didn't fumble the ball and Josh Allen didn't capitalize on that and score.
Josh Allen scored before that fumble, right? To make it a 1-possession game?
Yes.
So Josh Allen.
He scored because of the fumble.
So then he was down by 1 score.
Exactly.
And
then they stopped the Lamar Jackson.
Hey, Derrick Henry, you got to do better, my brother, man.
But how could you say that, though, right? Because Derrick Henry had more than 165 yards. He had more than 165 yards. He scored touchdowns.
Hey, the story of the Ravens, always breaking records. Lamar Jackson throwing for 300, running for 500. Lose the game.
It's crazy. It's crazy to mention that, but it's facts.
It's facts.
It's super facts, and it's crazy.
So it even fucks up analysis, professional analysis. Not even guys like us who try to do this, right? Because but professional analysis who went to school for shit like this, they're dumbfounded. Be like, yo, I can't even pinpoint what is wrong.
You can't fathom.
They do everything right the whole game. Next thing you know, 2 minutes left, they lose the game. They're up by 36, they lose the game.
Right? You can't fathom this, right? And it's crazy. They could not hold Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers was running through them. Like, I'm telling you, like, he was running slants, posts. He was cutting every. Yo!
Then on top of that, Josh Allen coming back from 15 points.
Yo!
You seen that lady mush D-Hop.
Yo, D-Hop. Yo, that catch.
Yo, first of all, that catch was fire.
Shout out D-Hop.
Yeah.
He one-handed in the end zone, but that's D-Hop though. You can't. You
got them big ass hands. Pause. They make special gloves for that man. Look it up. I'm not just saying that.
Really? Oh damn.
Yo, his hands are enormous, especially for his size. Yo. His hand to body coordination is off. It's off.
See, look,
so he got Shaq hands, nigga. Like for real.
You say he got Shaq hands.
Yo, I heard him talking about on a thing. He talking about he wearing 5X gloves.
What the fuck? I didn't even know they made.
Exactly.
Yeah. 5X. That's wild. Hey, listen. Shout out D-Hop.
Stupid wild. That was an amazing catch.
Yeah, that was a really.
Josh Allen did his thing.
Hey, listen, I feel
showing out why he's the MVP. He's ready to lead runner already off week 1 to repeat.
He was like they couldn't go down. You know what I'm saying? Like the Ravens had him. They had him the whole game, bro. And they just Josh Allen was like, yo, we not giving up. We not giving up. And if we give up, we gonna go down swinging. It's literally what he was saying in his mind. And his actions proved it.
And you're talking about how stacked the offense is on Baltimore.
Oh yeah.
Josh Allen, he don't got as many guys as that. He literally be like, yo, give me the ball. I'm gonna make it happen. Literally.
He throws, yeah. But they
James Cook be open like this. He's like, nah, nigga, I got this. You know what I'm saying? Let me make the decision.
Yeah.
And speaking of James Cook, right?
Oh boy.
I kind of no. Oh boy, I'm not talking about his game anymore. Okay. I want to go back to yesterday's game just for a quick 10 seconds. I want to give a shout out to Aaron Rodgers. Not Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones.
Oh, Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones
That's another game we got to
did his fucking thing.
Yeah.
Of course, Jordan Mason got the more touches, but Aaron Jones showed you, they used to play on the same team.
Yeah.
Their name's Aaron, right?
I'm about to say, we got to talk about the Steelers and Jets next, but go ahead.
Of course. But Aaron Jones, now keep in mind, I don't know. I'm not a mind reader, right? I don't know if he's going to do this all year, but if he could do what he did last night all year, he's getting deep. He's running routes, getting deep. And every minute you look at Aaron Jones, he's like this, and he's wide open.
Yeah.
Wide open, bro.
But why?
And then JJ is throwing it right on the money, and he's grabbing it.
You know what?
He got a 37-yard touchdown pass. He got, so I just want to big him up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to pivot back to that game, right?
No, I got you.
Yeah.
But that's a good shout out because I like Aaron Jones. I like
Yeah.
Jordan Mason, but Aaron Jones definitely did his thing for sure. So
Yeah, and if Aaron Jones could do what he did last night, and Jordan Mason do what he did last night,
oh yeah,
there is definitely room for both of them.
oh yeah.
Especially to be playmakers and be difference makers,
Mhm.
and to tie in. JJ McCarthy is getting in his groove.
And they got Justin Jefferson.
And Justin Jefferson, obviously.
Yeah.
Hawkinson is back.
T-Hawk. Yes, sir.
Even Adam Thielen was catching Pat.
Yo, I forgot Adam Thielen came back to the Vikings, bro.
And that defense is rough.
Yeah. The Vikings is a good team.
Hey, big ups to the Vikings.
Yeah.
And but yeah, let's go on with
Aaron Rodgers.
it looks like fucking is back in his name. Aaron fucking Rodgers. Right? Yeah.
He's like, put some respect on my
he retired that name last year, but
Yo.
fucking is back. Fucking is back, right? So talk about it, man.
Okay, let me ask you this question before we even get too deep about that game, right? Who did you think was going to win that game over it? Well, not Justin Fields, but who did you think was had a better performance, Justin Fields or Aaron Rodgers? Because remember, last year they were
for
on
position.
Yeah.
While the game was going on, it's clear that Aaron Rodgers had the better performance, right?
Okay, I'll give you that. You can't downplay Justin Fields, though.
I'm not going to downplay Justin Fields, right?
Not at all.
But Aaron Rodgers did slightly better him. That's why they won the game.
Yeah.
That overall team, the Steelers team, did slightly better than the Jets. That's why they won the game. So I must say, right, I was actually in a losing effort, right?
Yeah.
I was more surprised in the Jets, and I was surprised by both of them. Yeah. I didn't think both of them was going to be that good.
It was a good game. That was an overall very good game.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers would have been. I'm not going to say he's going to be the guy, but he was going to be in the rankings for my opinion, MVP of the week, Offensive Player of the Week, because y'all niggas say I can't do it no more. Bam, 4 tutties.
But you know what? And it's crazy because realistically, you got to understand, right?
And not to cut you off too, right? And this is to go back with being pleasantly surprised about the Jets, right? Everybody did their thing over there. People counted out all of them.
Yeah.
You know, and again, this is week 1. You know, there's more to come, but
absolutely.
Every position played a part, from Breece Hall to Garrett Wilson to Justin Fields. Everybody did their thing, and it was a tough game. But when it came down to it, it came down to experience, and Aaron Rodgers is experienced to know how to win these clutch games.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it came down to.
It was close, though. And I give Justin Fields credit for that because not only was it close, he held his own against Aaron Rodgers. And you got to understand something, right? Last year, they were on opposite teams, right? Aaron Rodgers was on the Jets. Justin Fields was on the Steelers. They swapped teams and went head to head week 1. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's really crazy.
Yeah, they fucking swapped teams. But you know, the Steelers, I think I could be wrong because I'm thinking back from last year, but I think the Steelers was 5-1 with Justin Fields winning 5 games for them.
But they had Russell Wilson too.
Fuck Russell Wilson.
I know.
That's why I'm getting into.
Oh, okay.
They want to bench Justin Fields and put Russ in, and then he flopped, right? So I say this to say Russell Wilson is my bust pause of the week.
Okay,
he's
okay. Not only do I think that Russell Wilson, and you may hate me for this, right? This is not gonna. And I'm gonna preface this very, very early.
No. For the past 2 years, I was trying to talk shit about Russ, and you said, "Yo, but you've always had his back, so I'm expecting you to have his back right now." Yeah. No, I expect you to have his back right now.
And you know the irony in this is that I'm not a Giants fan, but you gotta understand something.
You knew who else had his back? The Washington Commanders had him on his back the whole game, right? So, yeah.
But no, realistically, you gotta understand something, right? And to my point, I'm gonna explain why I say I don't believe it was Russell Wilson's fault, right? Let's start with the fact that Saquon Barkley was on the Giants, right? He went to the Eagles. What happened? This nigga went and won the Super Bowl with the Eagles. Then they got Daniel Jones is the quarterback. This man goes to the Colts and break records. Like,
Yeah, so whose fucking fault it is?
I think it's the O-line's fault and Brian Dable. And to my view,
That's my main fault. It's Brian Dable's fault.
I believe personally,
Yeah.
I don't think you can blame Russell Wilson.
I've never seen a softer, and of course, me being a Giants fan, I didn't want to say this off rip, but now there's enough time for me to say what I really think. I ain't never seen a soft ass fucking head coach like this in my life.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't get mad at the quarterback for doing his job, but he's or at least trying to do his job, right? He's a veteran quarterback. He played on Seattle. He played on the Broncos. He played on all these teams. He got the tenure in the league.
This is why I'm saying it's not the coach's fault because last year on the Steelers, Russell Wilson was playing with who? Mike Tomlin?
Okay, but Mike Tomlin, I get that. I'm not saying he's the best quarterback, right? But hear me out though. You got to understand, if you on the Giants, you literally got 3 seconds to throw the ball. 3 seconds.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing.
And not because the defense is rushing.
That's why the main reason, Brian Daboll, pack him up. Yeah. Send him wherever the fuck he came from.
And it's interesting.
But at the same time, this ain't Russ time, bro. Hang it up, bro. You got a good family, you got a wife, you got money. Bro, get the fuck out of here, man. Go enjoy life, bro.
How did you say that about Russell Wilson and not say that about Aaron Rodgers? He's twice as like, come on.
Bro, you can see it in Aaron Rodgers' eyes. That man is rough. But you can see it in Aaron Rodgers' eyes.
I didn't mean to pivot back to that, but I'm just saying.
Aaron Rodgers, you still see the killer in his eyes.
Or who else?
That man won the game and went to the press conference like, yeah, fuck the New York Jets.
Yo.
Basically, that's what he did, right?
But wait, okay, then what about Joe Flacco? That's another one.
Hey, Joe Flacco, I ain't got nothing bad to say about Joe. I'm saying Russell Wilson, pack it up, bro. Go home, man. Yeah. Go home. Hang out with your family. But hang out with your wife. Have barbecues. Watch the NFL Sundays like us. Yeah, have barbecues, have mimosas and shit. And,
sit back and just watch NFL.
Yeah, throw some glizzies on the grill, some burgers. Yeah.
But you know what I think though? Do you think Jackson Dart would have had something different if he would have played versus Russell Wilson? With the same O-line? You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And if not, what is there to lose?
No, I feel that. But he's a rookie.
You didn't even pay this boy yet.
I know.
What is there to lose?
He can't. I feel like he would have been a little bit more evasive. He would have ran the ball a lot
first
more.
of all, unless you're a certain guy, right?
Yeah.
I say this all the time. I say this all the time. You cannot have an old man quarterback play with young receivers, young running backs, young O-linemen. It just don't click like that, right?
Yeah.
You can't be. Everybody in the room can't be in their early 20s, and then the nigga that's in charge
got Gramps throwing the ball.
Yeah, this nigga can't even chest bump you. You might break his back. You know what I'm saying? You might try to chest bump, but he fall back.
Yo, it's funny. I bet you in the locker room, they probably do be saying some crazy. Yo, chill out, Gramps.
To be honest with you, they better off playing Jameis Winston. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that because Jameis Winston. I like Jameis Winston. His commentary's hilarious. He's a cool dude, but he throws too many interceptions for me. Yeah. That's what I think. Yeah. But you know what? Now that we talking about, I brought up Joe Flacco.
Guy Russell Wilson threw for like 38%. Joe Flacco did his freaking thing.
Yeah.
You remember Joe Flacco 2 years ago? Nobody knew he was even on the bench, and then he started for Deshaun Watson.
Oh, in the Colts, yeah.
And then all of a sudden he took him to the fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This guy Joe Flacco is still doing his thing. To be honest,
well,
he's not doing his thing like that to where we can start him, but I can see that they're starting him, trying to mature Shedeur a little more until he ends up being the guy.
There's a lot going on that Browns team. So the Browns went against the Bengals. I will say this though, Myles Garrett locked up Joe Burrow, locked up the Bengals. Myles Garrett had them on lock. I like Myles Garrett. I think he's gonna be it's Myles Garrett. We can't even there's nothing negative to say about that. But the fact that you got
any defensive player for how many years?
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. But my point is Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, and this is not even just solely for, NFL purposes, right? Even fantasy purposes. Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow went in round 1 so quick. And that is my bust of the week. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You said Russell Wilson was your bust of the week. I think Joe Burrow / Jamar Chase was my bust of the week. There's no reason why they went first in most leagues, why they went, top, like they're the top, PPR or whatever in fantasy leagues or whatever, just in general. You know what I'm saying? And
The Jamar Chase was number one overall pick, I believe, for 98% of fantasy leagues, right?
he had like 5 points.
I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, I know. But
Disgusting.
like I said, it's the first season, the first week, right? Week
Yeah,
one.
I agree.
And again, like I said, I ain't gonna hold you. That's a very tempting pick if I had the number one pick, right? But at the end of the day, haha, because I didn't have number one pick. You did, you did, my guy.
It's okay. Hey, it's all good.
Yeah.
All I say is,
but things are gonna get better.
Yeah.
You guys don't get that whole Cincinnati offense didn't do good. Even Chase Brown started off doing good and he didn't do nothing good the rest of the game.
that's
So
because they going up against fucking Myles Garrett.
that's gonna that's gonna pick up and that's gonna change and it's not gonna be like that every game.
Yeah.
But that was a horrible start to your fantasy week one, especially when you spend that capital
Yeah.
on Jamar
That's
Chase, right? And not even that. That's why you said Jamar Chase and both Joe Burrow, right? Because most people, I said 98% of the league would definitely, of any platform, would definitely pick Jamar Chase. And they did, right? Because the numbers show it. But you know how much percentage is out of that percentage? At least 50%, maybe even more than that, 60, 70% chased the stack and ended up getting both Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow on their squad.
I was
and,
one of them.
Yeah, you definitely were one of them.
Unfortunately, for week one anyway.
Who'd you play week one in my league?
I played Avi. Yo, hey, let me tell y'all something about Avi, bro. No disrespect, Avi. It was a good game. You smacked me first week. But you drafted like 7 Green Bay Packers, bro. He got like 7 people on the Green Bay Packers.
Hey, he did, right? But he didn't do it for his starting lineup. He did it for his bench.
Bro,
That's even worse. Don't even fucking talk shit about the man when he's fucking packed you up.
He did. Wait, that's like false my own. What am I supposed to do? Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, and they both had a dud for the first week. What am I supposed to do? There's nothing I can do about that.
But not hold you that he do got a high team.
It's not bad.
Let's not talk about my fantasy league. If any league we're gonna talk about his Playbook Channel league.
Let's not do this right now. We don't got enough time to talk about all that.
No, we're not gonna talk about it. But just no, I will. I will.
Hey, listen, Playbook Channel league mates, you just know it's coming.
So let me ask you this. So we talked about a lot of games. I do want to say I want to talk about the best rookie show out that I've seen, right? Non QB wise. This boy Mbuka, oh my God. Oh my.
The Falcons and
the Bucks.
Oh my God.
That boy Mbuka, he's a bona fide stud.
Yep.
And he's gonna be exactly like how Puka was, exactly like how Nico was when they came in their rookie year. He's gonna win this number one job over Mike Evans. We all love Mike Evans, and he's a bona fide Hall of Famer. But it's a young boy sport, and you didn't think they brought that boy in.
I like him though. I do like him. I think. Okay, there's 2 things I gotta say about
he's gonna finish more fantasy points than Mike Evans.
I agree. Do you think Mike Evans is gonna hit 1,000 yards this season?
Not with that young boy there.
Nah, you can't say that. I think Mike Evans will. I think he will. I think because first of all, you gotta understand who their quarterback is. Baker going to throw that shit, bro. He going to throw it.
Picture this, right? Mike Evans wasn't even on pace to hit 1,000 receiving yards last year, even though how great he was, until Godwin got injured and was out. That leave the floor wide open, and that's exactly why. And he pushed it. He borderline got him in the last game. You got this young stud over there and Book over there. No, he's not getting 1,000 this year.
That would be unfortunate because he should have broke 1,000. He broke 1,000 last year.
I mean, it's not unfortunate. You know, he did his thing for 10 plus years straight.
Yeah.
He did his thing. That's not unfortunate. Congratulations, my guy. And you got a Super Bowl ring with the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations, my guy. Go get your gold jacket. You know what I'm saying? And you're another one. Go enjoy your family. You know what I'm saying? Go enjoy your family.
You trying to pack up the whole week.
Yeah, pack them up. Pack them up. Yeah. Glizzy Sundays. Come on. Yeah, pack them up, bro. Come on.
This guy.
Yeah, pack them up.
But I think realistically though, I like Mbuka, bro. It is great. I got him in another league too, where I'm like he's like a stack for me. I got Baker and Mbuka.
Joe, you seen them touchdown catches he got? They weren't even easy. Bro.
That was a close game. Yo, that's a close game.
At one point in time, this man was at the sideline in the end zone, and then all of a sudden, Baker Mayfield threw it to the middle of the touchdown. All of a sudden, he leaped far as fuck. Caught that ball, bro.
You ever seen those memes where they have like the what do you call it? Like the sound where Baker be like, fuck it, and Booker's down there. I'm gonna just throw that shit. Fuck it, and Booker's down there. Yeah. First shit was Mike Evans. Yo, fuck it. Mike Evans down there, he'll catch it. He's the new
Yeah.
And
that's the beauty of football. They're doing exactly what we're supposed to do. Yeah, you know, you can't want to be the guy forever, you know, just understand you did what you did. The back office knows that. Your QB knows that.
Yeah.
You won a Super Bowl within the past 5 years. You know, and it's a young boy sport. You know, there's always a young, better. Not better, but compared to what you are at your age.
As a vet, yeah.
Yeah. And now you gotta honor your role. Right? Now you gotta be great at the role you're playing. And the role you're playing right now is coaching these young boys, right?
Yeah.
So you got to be a Hall of Famer coach now to this young boy, because when you retire, and it's possibly going to be next year, if not the year after, right? But he's definitely not going to be the number one guy, you know, leaving the season. So definitely not next year, right?
Yeah.
You got to be able to love Tampa Bay so much because you're a career guy, and it's very hard to see career guys, especially in this NFL. You're a career guy.
To give it up to
leave your
else.
love on that franchise and to show your appreciation and coach this young boy up, because we know he got the talent and we know he's humble. He's not one of those guys. So Mike Evans, you know, just show him the ropes.
I don't foresee Mike Evans being like that though. You know what I'm saying? You know how some people
to coach somebody up and to give
no. On the contrary, I say that to say I do see him being someone to be like, yo,
that's what I'm saying.
Let me coach you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't see him being greasy and just being like, yo, figure it out kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like he would take him under his wing.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and especially because he's the next man up, because really you can't trust Godwin, and Godwin is probably getting the fuck up out of there.
He's always injured.
Yeah.
That Godwin's always hurt.
He's not even that old.
Yeah, word. He's just always broken up. But you know, but that game was crazy because realistically, they shouldn't have been that close. But the reason why they won that game was because Younghoe Koo missed the
I do want to say is though, right? I'm very high on Atlanta this year.
Yeah.
And I liked what I seen, even though it was a losing effort.
Yeah.
And Penix Jr. did his thing.
Yes.
I'm a big Drake London guy. You know, he has the ceiling, unlimited ceiling potential, and he knows how to make plays. He knows how to break routes.
Yeah.
He knows how to get open. All they needed was that quarterback with Michael Penix. And I think they got him. So, and let's not get it twisted. Tampa Bay is a good fucking team. So for them to hold it down.
I'm trying to tell you.
And with Bijan over there and Drake London, Michael Penix, you know, I think you know, they can make the playoffs this year. Now, not to say how far they're gonna get, that's a whole different story. But I think they could put their foot in there, and they haven't done that in how long? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, Michael Penix kind of reminds me of Michael Vick for some reason. I don't know why. Like his build.
His name's Michael.
Well, no, that too. But I'm saying like his build, the way he plays a little bit, he reminds me of Michael Vick. He got an arm too. That's a crazy thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't just run or he doesn't just scramble. He has an arm. But they lost that game because of the cool.
Yeah. You want to talk about Indiana Jones?
Oh boy! I was excited about talking about this. You know why? Because like I was saying about the Giants, Daniel I'm not even going crazy. Daniel Jones, not Danny Dimes. I'm gonna give him respect and give him his name because he was Danny Dimes before. Daniel Jones. This man broke record. He broke a record. Now, what he broke is actually kind of crazy if you think about it. It's so crazy that when it happened, like I believe they couldn't even believe it. They had to double check it. Like,
Man said I can't do it for Eli, so I'm gonna try to do it for Payne.
bro, this man had 7 possessions and he scored on every single one of them. They haven't done that.
Not only that,
bro.
big ups to the defense too, because
Yes.
they control that clock and they control the time of possession.
But you know what?
And
though?
Joe, your team is going to be. Your team is just like my team, bro.
I'm
You can't talk
disgusted.
shit about the Giants.
You're right. The
You know,
Dolphins.
fuck
I-
the Dolphins.
Yo, I'm actually very, very
The
disgusted.
Dolphins. We're gonna call them the tunas, the tuna fish.
So, pipe down with all that. I don't want to hear all that.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't understand. Tua, you got Tyreek, you got Jaden Waddle who limped off the fucking
them
field.
boys was trying to kill Tua. Every
Yo.
time Tua gets that ball in his hand, and mind you, he only fucking he had under 15 pass attempts, right?
That's
because
horrible.
because the defense controlled the clock the whole time, right? But every time they was putting pressure on him, you know, it was a matter of time before Tua was on that ground. Unfortunately, throwing gang signs.
Yo, but it's crazy because I feel like Achan is a new
And
one.
I don't like to see players fucking fuck up their life over this.
Yeah, yeah. He's the type to keep going regardless of how bad he gets hurt, and you can see that he's been injured 5 times. Yeah, that's a But I just think Achan, but it always boils down to that, right? He reminds me of a Christian McCaffrey for the Dolphins, but just low key. You know what I'm saying? He's not as.
Oh my God, speaking of Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
Oh
Wait,
my
before we get him too excited.
That boy don't remind you of Christian McCaffrey.
No.
That's the one and only.
Oh my.
Ain't nobody like him.
No. When I say he reminds me of Christian McCaffrey, I'm saying the fact of how much they feed him the ball. That's what I'm saying. And even that's still a stretch.
A-Chain?
Yeah.
You talking about A-Chain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They feed him
Yeah. But you know, they're trying to make him like Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, I can feed you the ball as much as I want. Is you eating those?
No, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right, we can talk about something else.
No, I want to talk about C-Mac. I do want to talk about C-Mac.
Yeah,
because you know, obviously there's a lot of talks of niggas talking shit that I gotta fill you in on too. Oh, this nigga Mark loves C-Mac, this and that. They want to talk shit, but you know, unfortunately, the 4 years I did win the Super Bowl, I had C-Mac on my team. The 3 years he was injured, I didn't have him on my team, so I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing, right, with C-Mac. So you can't talk shit, right? But I love the fact that everybody was so skeptical and jumped the gun. Oh my God, it's an injury. And then we got the haters jumping on the bandwagon. It was like, see, I told you about C-Mac. What C-Mac do? He come in there and RB1 of the week. RB1 of the week.
Yo, to be fair, again, George Kittle got hurt in the first quarter or whatever.
Hey, don't get it twisted.
Not
don't get it twisted. George Kittle only balled out as much as he did last season because C-Mac got injured.
But he scored the first touchdown. Brock Purdy trusts him. And
Brock Purdy balled out too.
Yeah,
and I was high on Pearsall, right?
Yeah.
So I did like this. I loved his production.
Yeah.
And of course, we can't get rid of it. I feel like for the past 20 years, San Francisco 49ers make it deep into the playoffs, and it looks like to be another year, even though it's week 1, but they don't have certain weapons.
They're going to feed
I don't think they should use C-Mac as much, but I think they used them because of Kittle and because Pearsall is this is his first week. Week 1, right?
Right.
Getting accumulated, and
he still did good though.
No, he did good.
He did really good. Ricky Pearsall. He's a sleeper.
If I could have got him in fantasy, I would have if he fell to me.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was pretty high on him because I know his college numbers and I know what he can do. And didn't that boy get shot?
No facts. He's crazy.
Clean cut.
And
I love white people, but clean cut white boy, right? You know, I'm not trying to talk shit, but he got shot out of nowhere. Like, where the fuck was he at? I don't even remember that story
I don't
because
believe I know he did
but
though.
yeah,
But you know what though? I like Jawan Jennings too. I like Jawan Jennings because he was low key like the go to guy when Ayuk was out and Debo was like,
Ayuk. I never been high on Ayuk.
I don't like Ayuk. No offense.
Yeah, pack him up, send him somewhere.
And they went through all of that to pay him all that money,
Yeah.
and
Don't even
he's not.
I'll send him away for a couple third rounders and a couple of fourth rounders. I don't even want much for him.
Yeah,
send him away. Send him off.
So, I mean, I know we spoke about it already, kind of. I just want to kind of bring it back just so we make sure we have an exact, on camera so everyone knows who we're talking about. The MVP of the week for you, MVP of the week for me, and then the bust of the week. And
to be honest, we already knew we was going to talk about MVP of the week, right? So that's going to be a future segment, right?
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
But my MVP of the week, following Sunday, right, was definitely going to be Aaron Rodgers or Daniel Jones. As crazy as it might sound, right?
That's not too crazy.
So, and then it actually ended up looking like, yo, fuck these guys and what they did. Lamar's balling. Next thing you know, fucking Josh Allen comes and takes the fucking cake. He knocks that shit off the fucking table. Yo, fuck that cake. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think undisputedly, and I think in the NFL, because I didn't even see, because the NFL puts out offensive player of the week. Yes. So I believe they did that too, which was a no-brainer, and I think it's a no-brainer for us that it is Josh Allen. Yeah, big ups to the Bills, I guess. Yo, and the crazy part is they showed the Bills schedule. The Bills is gonna be the number 1 seed in the AFC because that was the hardest fucking game they had all season.
And that was like a Super Bowl game, seriously.
Yeah,
and it came
or an AFC title game, obviously, right?
Well, yeah,
but
that's what.
But that was the hardest game they had all season. The rest of their fucking games was cakewalk. They played I think they played the Jets next week, or the Patriots, or whoever. But
I think it's the Patriots.
Yeah. Either way,
I don't remember that. Yeah.
Either way, who the fuck's in the division? The Patriots, the Jets, and the Dolphins. Yeah.
Well, we see what happened to the fucking Dolphins week 1. That's crazy. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Josh Allen gonna roll them up and pack them up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Extra bubble wrap on they fragile ass. But yeah, they got a clear path, and it should be an easy path because they're playing easy teams to the title game. They should actually end up being the number 1 seed and have that bye. Because I think last year, they made it to the number 2 seed, but they couldn't get the bye because they changed the rules.
Yeah.
Because usually it's 1 and 2 get the bye, but I think they can get the bye because Kansas City's looking like ass, and
oh yeah.
But not to mention they didn't have no weapons coming in, and then Rashid Rice gets suspended. Which we knew he was going to get suspended, but we thought the NFL was going to figure something out throughout the season. But it was like, fuck that. We're not letting this guy play week 1, and they figured it out. And then Kelsey goes and freaking shoulder bumps this guy and knocks his shoulders into the freaking stands. And
oh yeah. It's just been a lot though, and it's crazy because we're not even talking about like a couple of things that like the tight ends, right? All these tight ends got injured.
Evan Ingram got injured. Kittle, obviously.
And then
Brock Bowers did. And Brock Bowers' knee looked crazy. That shit inverted.
He still balled out, though.
He definitely did. And I believe he's not even going to miss a game.
Nope.
So that's an eye to keep out on, in my opinion. He needs to tone it down if he's not going to take no time off for the next 2 games. And let Geno do his thing. Let Gene T do his thing. Use the smart route, right? If you're not actually gonna sit out, make plays, but don't go as hard. Absolutely. And then because that is a solid team over there. And I dig it. And yeah.
So, like you said, I'm before we kind of continue on to that, I just want to make sure we heard this good. So, Josh Allen is your MVP of the week, and you said Russell Wilson is your bust of the week, right?
Correct.
Okay, so just so everybody knows, that's Mark's MVP of the week and bust of the week. My MVP of the week obviously will be Josh Allen and or Daniel Jones, because Daniel Jones Obviously, he broke a record. That record has not been broken until
I was thinking, because remember, I told you the whole time leading up to Sunday night's game, we already knew we was talking about this, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, it's Josh Allen or Daniel Jones, but
Yeah, you got to give it to one of them.
but
or both.
but 4 tutties, that took the cake for me. 300 yards, that took the cake for me. So I would love to sit here on on our week 1 recap and talk about Aaron fucking Jones being the MVP, but we still had Lamar left to play, and not Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers there. Can't mix them up.
I got you.
But you know what I'm saying. Yeah,
But you got to understand though.
So you got.
You know what? I'm like
finish up. So you got.
I think
you got.
I'm gonna give it to Josh Allen.
But who's your bust? Obviously, you got one.
Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. That I definitely my bust of the week. And that's
the reason why I don't have that as my bust, because I chop it up more to the opposing defense, as in where Russell Wilson had clear-cut opportunities, airing it down the field, and not just not making shit happen.
I still don't, because
I respect your opinion, right?
Yeah, no, I know, but I still don't feel like that's an excuse for him, because it's Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Y'all supposed to be elite. You know what I'm saying? Like that you shouldn't let Myles Garrett come in and just do that. Yo, he got sacked 3 times in a row, back to back.
That's not his fucking fault.
Then whose fault is it? The O-line?
Yeah, of course. They're the ones protecting him.
You're Joe Burrow. Run. You're Jamar Chase. Get open, nigga. Like that's my response.
Tell that to your man's tour.
Yep, that's a fact. No, but they're not on the same level. I don't think Joe Burrow and
But the offensive line, the Bengals got one of the worst offensive line, and not to mention defense on top of that.
I get that. So I'm not coming too hard on them.
No, I'm not even gonna hold you guys. I'm not even too sure. They ended up winning that game, right?
No, the Bengals, yeah, they won. They lost by a point. I mean, they won by a point. Excuse me.
Yeah. So
it was like 16-17.
Yeah. So for them to still win that game, that tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Fix those big men,
Yeah, man. They will be a really good team.
300 pounds for nothing.
Yeah.
400 pounds for nothing.
Yeah, man. I think realistically, though, if they had an O-line like the Eagles or some shit like that, the Bengals would be unstoppable, realistically. And if they had a good defense, too.
And not to go back to that Eagles game, right, that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
If they had an O-line like the Eagles, that motherfucker Jalen Hurts was doing whatever the fuck he wanted. He didn't need nobody. As good as Saquon did, to be honest, that was mid for Saquon. If that was James Cook or that was Ashton Jean T, his rookie, yeah, he would have balled, right? But this is Saquon we're talking about. That's mid for what he did. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts did his fucking thing, man. He did his fucking thing, and
you gotta give him respect.
He was listening to the guys talking shit about him. Yeah, he's not a. Because we was talking about Dak, right? You remember they were saying that Jalen Hurts is not a top 10 fucking guy.
I would pick Jalen.
You know what I'm saying? In the media. That's why, I don't know how to fucking say that. I don't think it was top 10.
Who would you put over well, let's not dig too deep in that rabbit hole, but who would you necessarily pick over Jalen Hurts if he's not a top 10? And if you put Dak in that conversation, that's a fucking flawed top 10 list.
I'm telling you this, right? I judge it off fantasy. I play fantasy football, right? There's only 3 quarterbacks who've taken over Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
And that's Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. That you can't pick nobody.
I'm taking Jalen Hurts over Patty.
Patty, hold up.
Yeah.
Whoa, you mean now or in his peak?
No, right now.
Okay.
Right now.
That.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I agree. I agree with that. Because Patty, he ain't really all that no more. But it is what it is. But I will say this though. The fact that we JD5, we gotta talk about JD5, right? And I know we spoke about the Giants. I know we spoke about it or whatever, but you cannot
I think no, not neglect. He didn't do anything that wasn't expected from him, right?
No, that's not even what I was getting at. I was just saying JD5 just
give him props. Big up JD5.
You expect that from him.
Yeah, big up JD5.
Like Debo.
Debo.
That man went ham. You expected that from JD5.
Yeah, pussy ass fucking Giants. That's my team. I love them. But pussy ass Giants. Y'all let fruity ass Debo come do this to y'all. Debo used to be that man, and all of a sudden, the next 2-3 years, he's walking into with dresses on and walking in like he's the fucking Blade, all lettered down and shit. This is the guy we let do.
Yo, he come on, dirty, bro.
dirty.
You know what though? I like Debo though. I like Debo because he's a physical player.
And on top of that, that's a nice change of pace for him. And as of right now, week one, I know it's only week one. It looks like it's a lot better for him. And
Yeah,
like I said, this has to do with having young guys play with young guys, and,
yeah,
and Brock Purdy, and having Pearsall, and
absolutely.
yeah. So yeah, it was a no brainer for San Francisco, especially because Debo wanted to get paid too.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna come to that point. So yeah,
Hey,
it worked out.
Scary Terry too.
Yeah, Scary Terry. We know he's a guy. I've been on Scary Terry. Niggas want to talk shit all the time. I got an eye for talent. That's why I keep winning Super Bowls in fantasy league.
Hey, listen, I'm
So
coming
Scary
for the
Terry.
chip this year. I don't care.
Hey, I was on the phone with Tyler yesterday, right? In our league, year to Ram, right?
Uh-huh.
I was telling him like, yo, as much as I want to three-peat this year, you know, it's not even just the 2 wins. I got 4 or 5 of them Super Bowls, right? I don't even want to fucking keep the money. Why? I'm the commissioner, right? I don't want to keep the money.
He's the Tom Brady of the league, right? You hear this guy?
But I don't want to keep the money. I want to, spread the wealth.
Yeah, I'll see.
Spread the wealth, and yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I want to play on, the Playbook Channel's fantasy league because
Hey,
yeah.
that's low key. That's low key a jab at y'all. I just want to let y'all know.
Hey, low key, that's a high key uppercut.
Yeah. He was like, I cocked back and just hooked y'all in the jaw.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, that was smart. I think y'all did good in y'all draft.
I know we talking about a fantasy football. I mean, not fantasy football, just NFL, right? I don't think there's anything else we kind of want to talk about. Maybe we won't do it this week. Maybe do it next week.
Yeah.
But I would like to have you guys incorporate it and pick them.
Yeah.
And just DM us, and put in your picks. And, depending on how much people we got, a little $5, $10, we'll make the pot. So I guess we'll solidify it later on, right?
Absolutely.
And actually have all the details to have you guys interactive. But as far as this weekend for sports, I'm excited for it because we got a good game on Thursday coming up. We got Commanders in Green Bay.
Yeah, man.
Green Bay gonna pack them up.
Hey,
yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of a tough decision. Hey, listen, I like Green Bay in this game, but I feel like JD5 is gonna be hard to take down. He gonna be running that ball. If Micah Parsons tries,
Micah Parsons gonna kill that boy.
He gonna throw that. He gonna throw it before he get hit. I don't know.
Not to mention, I'm excited about this weekend with sports too. Because Thursday night football, and then I gotta go to work Friday, get over that, right? But come Saturday, we got that boy Canelo fighting Crawford.
Oh man,
hey! I had this argument with Vishnu, right? I got Canelo winning that fight. Not to say I don't appreciate Crawford being who he is, but being 41-0, Crawford, I never watched none of your fights, so that tells me you never fought nobody. That alone, you're not ready for Canelo, unfortunately. Yeah, I got bread on Canelo. And for the viewers, if you want to throw bread, we're good for the money, right? You guys already dealt with us, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to all the viewers who've been tuning in and sticking with us from the beginning. You know what I mean? We're doing our thing. You know what I mean? We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Make sure y'all keep tuning in. But before we go, I do want to make sure we mention about the Chargers and the Chiefs. We're going to end it on that note.
No, we even got to end it on that. Because we kind of touched on it. They were banged up to begin with. Rashid Rice, Xavier Worthy. And the Chargers is looking good. Of course, we got Marion Hampton didn't do his thing, right? But this was strictly PPR, right? This was strictly Justin Herbert showing out and showing, I'm a beast at QB like we all knew. And of course, we had Ladd McConkey, right? But Keenan Allen coming back home did his fucking thing. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be a good season.
Yeah, I dig the Chargers, man, and I'm happy for them. They won that Brazil game, and So anything else we want to talk about?
I think I want to just say, like I said before, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be here every single week from now until the Super Bowl. Just make sure y'all tune in. We got all kinds of stuff for y'all coming up, man. Just stay tuned.
And on top of that, we taking applications right now.
Word.
DM me your app. you know, if you want to spot in this chair and come kick it with us and talk with us, you know,
Yeah.
there's certain guys who could do it for free, but other guys got to put it in an app.
We
Send
gotta,
me your
yeah.
app and send me 3 references. You know,
It's a job interview for real.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
in all seriousness, we love to have some guests on here. We love to make sure we get some more people on here.
And
get
first
some
and
different
foremost,
perspectives.
too, you know, I do want to say this one more time. Shout out Block Studios.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the new home of the Playbook Channel. You know, you see we on the block right now,
Yes,
and
sir.
you know, not the stereotypical block, but this is the Block Studios.
Yeah.
Come here for all your needs, right? We do.
Yeah.
He does videography, pictures,
Yep.
you know, all that. So
All that.
if you want to shoot a podcast, you know, you do all that, right?
Yeah, man.
Block Studios.
All right. Well, like I said, it's the Playbook Channel. It's your boy Derek.
Cheers. I'll
Gotcha.
see you guys on next week.
Yes, sir.
All right.